Hey everybody, Roxabox90 here, back with some Battle for Zendikar. Well, I'm not going to say spoilers because we've had tonight's spoilers go up, but we do have a Battle for Zendikar trailer, so I'll call it Battle for Zendikar speculation. Let's take a look at the trailer for Zendikar. So like I've done in the past, I'm going to play it pretty much muted, so there's not going to be really any sound. I'm going to be hearing obviously what's going on, but if you guys want to watch the trailer, I'll definitely put the link down below. You guys can go check it out in all its HD gloriousness. But let's take a look here at the video, and I'm going to leave it small just because it'll be easier for me to point things based on screen capture. So we start off the same magic logo. Here we go. This is pretty much Zendikar, and these are the land masses. They could easily be the full art lands. They could just be a backdrop, just artwork for the set that they haven't, that are not going to be cards, but it could easily be definitely be full art lands or lands with some variant. So here we go, this kind of effect with the land shattering, shaking, kind of rolling thunder style feel could easily be a card of that effect. This is really cool here because we see the land itself is moving and shaping creature-like, which is Awaken effect. So this could be an Awaken style card. It could also be, for all we know, it could be some form of man land. Honestly, given where the set's been going with the number of lands they're putting in the set that are not, we have the dual lands, we have the full art lands, we have these premium foil lands. They could easily hold off on man lands until the second set of the block. They definitely don't have to shove it in here, but this kind of style effect could very well be. Just pointing it out. This looks pretty cool, probably some kind of wormhole wrath effect, maybe counter spell, but it seems very green. I'm thinking some kind of cool wrath style effect. Destroy effect. Then here we got allies hanging out, and here we go, the Eldrazi are coming to attack Zendikar, which we already knew they're under siege. You see the Eldrazi spawn, Eldrazi minions running along here. I can't tell quite at this point. They definitely are using more CGI in these trailers versus just having the artwork that they are animating with various obviously digital tools, but having digitized figures that are not part of artwork just to give it a more stylized, almost video game digitally effect. I mean, not video gaming, that's the wrong word here, but it feels less like a pre-rendered super CGI cutscene and more like a video game in terms of the style for these. So I'm not quite sure how much of this is that versus the card art, but they're definitely blending it very well. Better, I think, than they even did for cons. Here we go, we just see Eldrazi are doing the stuff. The narrator is woman. It's likely Nissa, just because of her involvement. We're going to see her in the trailer, and we know she wants to get the Eldrazi off of Zendikar. Here, this is pretty cool. We have an Eldrazi grabbing an angel, and actually what's interesting to note here is the Eldrazi has this like coloring involved. We've seen the color before. I don't really know story-wise yet how that fits in. My gut feeling is that somehow the Eldrazi are literally absorbing the land and the mana into themselves, and so even though they're technically colorless, the flavor-wise is that they're absorbing the mana into them, and it's impacting their, I don't know, their look, their power, their whatever you want to call it. That's what it seems to be going on, since they're still devoid in the card, and they seem to be still devoid in terms of the Eldrazi. But here he grabs an angel and crushes it in his fist, and spreading across Zendikar. This is almost reminds me very much of the new Phyrexia, or I should say the Meridim, the Scars block, because this battle between Zendikar, having the people on Zendikar fighting off this Eldrazi threat, even though the Eldrazi threat is within, not coming from without, which is the conflict with the Phyrexians. It still is very much a similar conflict going on here. Given that we only have 2 sets per block, I doubt they're going to be able to build up this momentum as much of like choose a side and do whatever. I doubt they're really going to do that, but story-wise, it feels reminiscent of that. Question will be, do the Eldrazi win? That's the question. But they seem to be, in some of the artworks here, they seem to be winning, at least so far. Yeah, it looks like they're draining the land. I wonder what this is. Probably maybe some kind of, I don't know, reanimator effect, some kind of destroy effect. It looks like the land is Ha ha ha. That's funny. Notice what they say here. She says it leaves our home a wasteland. And we look at here and it's destroyed. Wastelands, interesting choice of words. Maybe I'm just digging too deep into it, but we haven't had a wasteland reprint in forever. That in terms of a real reprint outside of Judge Foils and stuff. She says turning our home into a wasteland. Maybe wasteland reprint. Hey, it's possible. Definitely possible. Unlikely, but possible. Just interesting speculation if that is purposefully Wizards winking at us. Leaving our home a wasteland. You have the horrible Gideon art here. Oh, we got Nissa art. This is from that new card they just showed. The one that has the 3 basic lands into play and such, so it's not Nissa herself, but pretty sure Nissa is going to end up being a card either in this set or in the next one. Just she's going to have to be, I would think. They're fighting to save the world. Yay. Pretty much, yeah, what we expect. Here we just saw this guy. This guy is an ally lord of sorts. Here we go. We got Zendikar and we got Nissa and Gideon fighting off Eldrazi. It looks like they're pretty overwhelmed here, but they are fighting together. Interesting here. Notice the Hedrons are with this whitish bluish light are capturing Eldrazi. If you recall, the Eldrazi were originally imprisoned by Ugin, Nahiri, and Sorin. This kind of just the Hedrons, the light. It's a question: is this just Zendikar magic? Is this Ugin / Jace / Nahiri involved? I don't know, but it looks really cool, and it could easily be. The land's awakening, very cool. They're fighting. Gideon is facing off against Ulamog. That looks pretty sweet. This is probably not a card, but it would be super awesome if it was. Regardless, it's gorgeous, iconic art, and we want to battle for Zendikar. Trailer looks really sweet. I think they have some really cool stuff that we discussed as the video was going on, but I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. How about you go check out the trailer yourself, listen to the voice. Voice acting is pretty decent, actually. Not always, but in this case, I think it's pretty good. And what do you think about the different teasers, hints dropped throughout the trailer? Let me know all your thoughts, of course, down below in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, please check in and subscribe. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.